Hey YouTube, it's Patrice from Patrice Sunflower, and in this video today I am cooking for you. Today I am making a wonderful dish for a warm, basically to warm up on a cold night. We've had some very cold weather and I was craving some really good food. So we started with some Knorr Sidekicks teriyaki noodles with some chicken tikka masala. And basically I'm just showing you some of the ingredients that I'm going to be using today. And there's the sidekicks that I just talked about. So I use chicken breasts, Knorr teriyaki noodles, and basically some chicken. So I also the cooking sauce as well. And so let's get started. So basically with the Knorr noodles, I find them extremely versatile. These can pretty much go with anything, and they're super easy, quick, and extremely tasty. So basically you just want to follow the package instructions as I'm showing you, and a little further on in the video I will show you how I'm going to prepare it. And we just cut up the 2 chicken breasts into approximately 1.5 to 2 inch cubes, nice and big. You could make them a lot smaller, but everybody loves large chicken breasts when they're eating especially Indian food. And then I just chopped up some onions finely this time. And a couple of potatoes I cubed into 1/4 inch to 1/2 inch cubes. The recipe didn't call for that, but I thought I would add them in. And now let's start with those yummy Knorr sidekicks. So into a small pot or vessel, you want to add in 2 cups of warm water to the pot and put the heat on to start boiling rather. And in a separate container, a frying pan actually, you're going to want to add some olive oil into a frying pan and a little dab of butter. In my case here, I'm using unsalted butter. Approximately 1 to 2 tablespoons and 1 teaspoon of butter. And get the pan nice and warm and hot. And we're going to start to add in the onions. This is about 1 chopped onion finely. Just add it into the frying pan until it's nice and golden and translucent. I didn't add any salt or pepper in this dish, as you'll see, because the cooking sauce as well as the teriyaki chicken already contains spices and seasonings, so it was extremely easy this time. I would say this meal could be prepared in under 30 minutes for sure. And now we notice that the bubbles are appearing on the pot of water there. Time to add a little bit of butter in. I'm doing this my style. The package says to add at the end, but I like to add it right in the cooking of the water. And now let's check those onions. The onions are looking wonderful and starting to get a little bit translucent and cooking really nicely. And the smell is just oh so good. Let's add those 2 chicken breast cubes right into the frying pan. Just give them a little stir, start to cook. Make sure the heat isn't too high. Probably I would use between 4 and 6 to start. If you need to, you can turn it up a bit, but always turn it down so that it doesn't have any chance to burn. Cover it up for a little bit, let it cook. And now onto the teriyaki noodles. My water started to boil, so we're just going to add the entire package contents right into the pot. Give it a little stir. And you want to give it a little cover. And now let's check those chicken breasts again. They're cooking really nicely. They're starting to get cooked and in the juices of the natural juices of the chicken itself, as well as the onions. I would say they are about 50 to 60% fully cooked. You still see pink in them, so you need to continue to let them to cook until the juices run clear and it's no longer pink. Approximately a temperature internally of 165 degrees Fahrenheit. And now time for the tikka masala sauce. We're just going to add that bottle sauce right in. And this is a really, really good one. Wow, I was really impressed. It was nice and thick, so I actually added in a little bit of water just to get the remaining ingredients out, not to waste it at all. and I added it right into the pan. And just give it a little stir. It's looking really great. Wonderful. Look at those little bubbles. And now let's check on those noodles again. Oh, they're looking really good. They still have some water in them, so they need to evaporate a bit from the water until they're fully cooked. But looking wonderful. And the chicken too. Oh, it was smelling so good. All the spices from the chicken tikka masala were making it really, really amazing. I suppose if you wanted, you could totally omit the chicken and use, you could use pork if you wanted, you could use beans, you could use tofu or seitan if you wish. So many alternatives. Or you could just use vegetables, really. It's so versatile. And now I added in those little cube potatoes that I talked about earlier. They're completely optional, but I did. The noodles are cooking really, really nicely, and they're about, I would say, 90% fully cooked. Everything's in its almost final stages of cooking. Nice little simmering bubbles, just what you want to see. Definitely have it on the lower side of the heat. Nothing overheated in these pans because of course they will burn, so I had to monitor it the whole time. Now we're just checking it. And let's see those little noodles. They're looking really good. I washed the spoon off in between, and I changed the spoon just so that I wouldn't use all the same utensils, you know, for any cross-contamination. And of course I washed my hands before I started all of this, just to be hygienic. And you know, cooking, you want to keep everything really, really clean and organized. Oh, those noodles are looking so good. Wow, I just had to pull them off the stove and to show you guys up close. And now let's look at the chicken pieces and the beautiful tikka gravy. Wow. Very nice. Looking so wonderful. The noodles are just so good. Delicious. Very authentic teriyaki flavor. These teriyaki noodles are so good. Now let's taste some of the chicken. This is the chicken tikka masala. Get some of the gravy. It's so good. I haven't had chicken tikka masala for a while, and it's very creamy and tasty and very authentic, actually. I was surprised. So good. I hope you guys give it a try. And nice to know you can make it at home. Let's take another bite of that chicken. Some of the sauce. The chicken breast is really tender. So I'm eating with a mouthful. Wonderful. Absolutely amazing. I would definitely make this again. You know what I really like about this, guys? It's the fusion of the teriyaki noodles, which you see here, and the East Indian chicken. That to me is just a marvelous combination. I love Asian food, and the combination of the two of these together worked really well. I could have had it with naan or with plain rice, or even just on its own, but I thought the combination of the two was very unique, and it worked out in this case really well. So I hope you give it a try, and thank you again for watching. If you're new to my channel, welcome. I'm Patrice, and I post occasional cooking videos and transit videos. Please feel free, if you liked, give it a like, comment down below, subscribe if you haven't already, and give it a share, and yeah, turn the bell notification icon so you don't miss out on any of my future content. And thank you once again for watching. Have a great day. Awesome. I actually forgot to mention, guys, but the recipe did not call for onions or potatoes. I added those in on my own. And I was just tasting one of the potatoes earlier, and it's very nice and tender. And I noticed that the teriyaki noodles have a bit of sweetness to them. And of course, the chicken tikka masala is a bit spicy. So I like the marriage of the two between a little bit spicy and sweet. It worked really, really well in my dish.